It's 14th.
15th.
Huh?
15.
18th was.
15, Mataji, 15.
15, yeah. So 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga, the most confidential knowledge. Let's see the 15th verse. In the 14th verse, we saw Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dhravataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityukta upasate. Always chant my holy name, yatantascha, endeavoring with great sincerity and great enthusiasm. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya, then he is categorized as a devotee. Nityukta upasate. In this way, he is always connected to me. The 9th chapter, 15th verse. ज्ञानयज्ञेन चापन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् ज्ञानयज्ञेन, by the cultivation of knowledge, ज्ञान यज्ञेन च अपि अन्यः. So there are various ways chapanyah yajantah mam upasate. So here is said others means anyah, others. What they do, they engage in sacrifice, yajantah, by the cultivation of knowledge, and in this way they worship Lord. They worship Lord. Pruthaktvenaha bahuda vishwatoho mukham. So in this way they worship Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. So some engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge. What is the meaning of this? By the cultivation of knowledge, they try to read the Vedas, they try to cultivate the knowledge, Jnana Marga. Through the Jnana Marga, they perform the sacrifice, and in this way they worship me. Ekatvena. Ekatvena means in oneness. Prutatvena, in duality. That means they see Lord in everything, in diversity, and also in the universal form. So this is the Jnana Marga which has been emphasized. Some what they do, the best marga is what? Satatam kirtayanto mam. They always try to worship me by chanting my holy name. And in this way, they do it very sincerely. And others, they try to cultivate the knowledge, and through the knowledge, they want to see the Lord, and they perform the various types of sacrifices. So they perform the various types of sacrifices, and they want to see me in diversity. They try to see me even in my universal form. Now, one is the wonderful form of Krishna. One is a universal form. That means they are trying to see the Lord in everything, in different material elements. In this way, they want to see the Lord in various demigods, in the forms of many devatas. In this way, they try to adopt many methods through Jnana Yajna. So what happens? They are not able to establish a wonderful relationship, though they are trying to worship Lord in the form of many devatas, and all these things has been spoken. So this is through Jnana Yajna. And they also use this process of Kirtan. And they also do, some people take the process of Kirtan also. They also worship Krishna. And then they said here, they worship me who am actually one, but who am situated separately with material forms consisting of Pradhana, Mahattattva, other elements. And I am situated as the form of Devata such as Indra. By many methods, they are trying to follow many methods, and they are trying to worship me. In many things, they are trying to see me. So this is one way of worship. Another way of worship is simply chant the holy name, accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and be peaceful. That is the most easiest form of worship. The most difficult form of worship is this. Through jnana yajna, through performing of sacrifices, they are trying to see God in various devatas, in various material elements. Very difficult process. Very difficult process. Okay. Okay. Jai Shri Mataji ji.
Hare Krishna. Jnana chapyanni yajanto mamupasate ekatvena pridatvena bahudha vishwato mukham. This verse is the summary of the previous verses. The Lord tells Arjuna, translation, others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, worship is the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. Purport. This verse is the summary of the previous verses. The Lord tells Arjuna that those who are purely in Krishna consciousness and do not know anything other than Krishna are called Mahatma. Yet there are other persons who are not exactly in the position of Mahatma, but who worship Krishna also in different ways. Some of them have already been described as the distressed, the financially destitute, the inquisitive, and those who are engaged in the cultivation of knowledge. But there are others who are still lower, and these are divided into three. He who worships himself as one with the Supreme Lord, he who concords some form of the Supreme Lord and worships that, and he who accepts the universal form, the Vishwarupa of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and worships that. Out of the above three, the lowest, those who worship themselves as
a Supreme Lord.
the Supreme Lord, thinking themselves to be monists. Monists are most predominant. Such people think themselves to be the Supreme Lord, and in this mentally they worship themselves. This is also a type of God worship, for they can understand that they are not the material body, but are actually spiritual soul, at least such as sense is prominent. Generally, the impersonalists worship the Supreme Lord in this way. The second class includes the worshippers of the demigods, those who by imagination consider any to be the form of the Supreme Lord. And third class include those who cannot conceive of anything beyond the manifestation of this material universe. They consider the universe to be the supreme organisms or entity and worship that. The universe is also a form of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
So Lord says, anyhow, they are worshipping me only. If they worship themselves, considering themselves as God, at least they understood that they are divine. They're understanding their divinity. Every soul is divine. Only the body is material. Every soul is divine. In this also, Srila Prabhupada writes in a very positive way. One is worshipping the universal form, Vishwarupa, universe itself, Prakriti, universe, and all these things. One is concocting some form of Lord, some form of the Supreme Lord, worshipping. In this way, but whoever worships Krishna, understanding that he is the one who is the Supreme Lord, that person is the topmost. So in the Jnana Yoga path, in different paths, there are different forms of worship. The Jnana Yoga, they are completely confused also. So they concoct many things, they speculate many things. They worship anybody as God. Somebody Baba can be God, Amma can be God, some Devata can be God. They can equate anybody as God. Sometimes they equate demigods to be God. We see many times before coming to Krishna consciousness, we have seen people having everybody in the altar. Everywhere is there in the altar. There is no connection. There is no supreme like that. One is supreme, other are subordinates. No idea at all. No knowledge. No knowledge. Who is Durga Ji? What is the position with Krishna? So I gave class on Durga Ji. People were very happy. When I went to other place also, in the temple also, in different places. What is the connection of Yogamaya with Krishna? What is the connection of Yogamaya with Mahamaya? Who is Mahamaya? Who is Yogamaya? All these things one should know. If you don't know, then everybody is God. Whoever you feel, they'll be considered as God. This is known as just a Jnana Yagyena. That means we're only having the Jnana Marga. Okay, but who is divine? Everyone is divine. Every individual is divine. At the same time, there is a supreme divine power. And from where this supreme divine power emanates? From that powerful person. So this is all very important to know. Aham karturaham yakyam swadhamaham aushadam mantroham ahamevajyam aham agnir aham hutam aham kartur aham yagyam swadhaham aham aushadam mantroham ahame vajyam aham agnir aham hutam. So Krishna says, I am that ritual. Aham kratu. Kratu means I am that ritual. I am that yajna. I am that smriti. Swahadaha. Sudha aham. I am that oblation which is put in the yajna. Aham aushadam. I am that healing herb. I am that mantraha also. I am that ajyam, this melted butter. Aham agni, I am that agni. Aham hutam, I am that offering. That means when the yajna is performed, everything is actually Krishna. Everything is Krishna. Offered to Krishna, whatever offerings is also done, that is also Krishna. Everything is Krishna. So one should understand that Krishna is present in each and everything. That Vedic yajna is also Krishna. Jyotishtomaha. So in this way, Smriti, the knowledge is also Krishna. Everything is done. The oblations which is offered in the Pitruloka during the Pitru Mas now happen. So that is also considered to be a wonderful aushadam, which is in the form of clarified butter. That is also Krishna. The mantra is also Krishna. That means everything is connected with Lord. In everything, Lord resides. You cannot separate anything from Krishna. Okay, Aditya, read.
Hare Krishna. Aham kratur aham yagna swadaham aham aushadam mantroham aham evajyam aham agnir aham hutam. Translation. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering. Purport. The Vedic sacrifice known as Jyotishtoma is also Krishna, and he is also the Mahayagna mentioned in the Smriti. The oblations offered to the Pitraloka or the sacrifices performed to please the Pitraloka, considered as a kind of a drug in the form of clarified butter, is also Krishna. The mantras chanted in this connection are also Krishna, and many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifices are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the 5 material elements and is therefore claimed as a separate energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the Karmakanda division of the Vedas are in total also Krishna. Or in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Now Krishna says everything is me. Now Krishna says Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaham vedyam bhavitramomkara riksama yajurevacha pitamaham. I am the father. Jagataha. I am the father. I am mother. Pitamaha, I am the grandfather. Dhata, I am the supporter. Vedyam, I am, Vedyam is I am what is to be known. Pavitram, I'm pure. I'm the purest. You can say I'm the one which purifies everyone. Pavitram has two meanings. One is one who purifies everybody. One is who is completely pure. I am that Omkara sound vibration. Omkara, I am the Rig, I am the Veda, I am the Sama, I am the Yaju. I am everything, Krishna says. So you cannot separate Vedas from Krishna. You know, we are studying Vedas. We don't have time for chanting Krishna's name. That means he's a foolish person. If he is chanting Vedic rituals, he should know that he is chanting Krishna's name. He cannot separate Krishna from any of his so-called knowledge. Everything is Krishna. Krishna says, I am everything. I am the universe, Krishna says. Okay. Gautam, read.
पितांस्य जगतो माता दाता पिता पितामह वेदं पवित्रम् ओंकार ऋषित् ऋषित् साम
Rishi.
यजुर्
Where
एव
is Rishi? Riksama Yajurevacha.
ऋत् साम यजुरेव च. Translation. I am
Pitahamasya
the
jagato mata datha pitamaham Vedyam pavitram omkara riksama yajur evacha. Read.
I am the father of the universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. Said, I am the object of
Grandsire means
knowledge.
grandfather. And the grandfather.
I am the object of the knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rid, the Sama, and the Yajur Vedas. Purport. The entire cosmic manifestation, moving and non-moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. Under the creation of Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually, they are part and parcel of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother, etc., are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word Dhata means creator.
What is told?
Not
Just see the 1 minute. The living entities who appear to be our father, mother are nothing but Krishna. That means what? What is the meaning? The mercy of Lord. When we say they are Krishna, what voice is coming? Okay, mute your phone. A lot of sound is coming, then mute your phone. Okay, so they are Krishna. That doesn't mean that everybody we are making, everyone is Aham, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. No. When we say they are Krishna, means they are the energy of God. They are the mercy of Lord given to us. Okay. Read. In this
not
verse,
only that in this verse, the word Dhata means creator. Not only our father and mother parts and parcels of Krishna, but the creator, grandmother and grandfather, etc. all are also Krishna. Actually, any living entities being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. All the Vedas therefore aim only towards Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step toward understanding Krishna. That subject matter which help us purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive to understand all Vedic principles is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such is also Krishna. In all the Vedic mantras, the word Om, called Pranava, is the transcendental sound vibration and is also Krishna. And because is in all the hymns of four Vedas, Sama, Yajur, Rig, and Atharva, the Pranava or Omkara is very prominent. It is understood to be Krishna.
everything is Krishna. That means what? Everything belongs to Krishna. We cannot separate anything from Krishna. The Prabhupada clearly writes, part and parcel of Krishna. That is why Krishna. That is why Krishna is. Everything belongs to Krishna. You cannot separate anything from Krishna. You cannot say, oh, he's a non-devotee. So what? He's also Krishna. That means what? You cannot separate that person from Krishna. Oh, this is Maya. Krishna says, my Maya, Mama Maya. But Maya is also Krishna. Everything is energy of Lord. Seeing something separate from Krishna, that is our materialistic illusion. You cannot see something separate from Krishna. Everything is belonging to that energetic. Okay.
Mataji, one small question.
Yeah.
In the translation, it is the last line. It says, "I am also the Rig, the Sam, and the Yajur Veda." So why Lord Krishna didn't mention about Atharva Veda?
Mentioned, Rig, Sama, Yaju. Actually, there are 3 Vedas. Actually, 3 Vedas only. 4th Veda comes in that. Rig, Sama, Yaju, Atharva. Atharva comes, it is actually joined. We separate it. For the purpose of better understanding, Vedavyasa separated the knowledge into 4 parts. Like, most of the things are included in the Yaju. That is why Yaju, when you say, it includes Atharva also. Prabhupada writes Atharva.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Gatirvarta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasah Sharanam Suhan Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. Gatirvarta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasah Sharanam Suhan Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. Gati, I am the goal. Bharta, I am the sustainer. Oh, I am the Prabhu. I am the witness. I am the abode. I am the refuge. I am the most intimate friend. Prabhava, I am the creation. I am the dissolution. Krishna says, Sthanam, I am the ground. I am Nidhanam. I am the resting place. I am Bijam. Bijam of them. I am imperishable. So Krishna says, I am everything. Even the seed. Aham Bija Pradapitaha. I am everything. I witness everything. So you cannot hide anything from Krishna. You can hide from anyone, but not from Krishna. You cannot hide anything from Lord. So Krishna says, I am the master, I am Prabhu. I am the sustainer. Nothing is there in our hands. If Krishna wants, it will happen. We cannot control anything. We cannot control time. We cannot control anything. Everything is controlled by Krishna. It is of Krishna, by Krishna, for Krishna. Simple. We are all puppets in the hands of Krishna. Whatever happens is only because of his will. We may plan so many things, but it happens according to what he wants. It's very important. And we are seeing also many people try to plan so many things. Everything devastating. In just few seconds, they put a bomb, the whole building is out. What so much of planning and modernization? Everything happens by will of Krishna. Whoever accepts the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that person will always be peaceful and can be eligible to come back to Godhead. Or will be rotting in this material world. People are rotting because of not accepting Krishna as the Supreme. That is why so much of war and all these things are happening because of. In spite of having, you have the organizations for peace. Where is peace? Tell me. Where is peace? People are suffering. Suffering for even getting food. All modernization is completely zero. Food stop, electricity stop, everything stop. What happens? So it's only Krishna consciousness. Very important to be Krishna conscious. It's like Krishna says, whatever you see around, understand this is Krishna. This is Krishna. Stavara jangama dekhi na dekhe taramurti sarvatra hoye nija ishtadeva smurti. Everywhere you see Krishna. And that becomes Krishna mind. Sometimes we hate a person. We like a person. We don't have choice for it because everything is Krishna. Everything belongs to him. We cannot say, I hate him just because I don't like him. It's my choice. We cannot have a particular opinion about someone. I may not like, but somebody may like that person. Isn't it? Okay. Shilpari, Jojo.
Hare Krishna. गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निर्वासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलया स्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Purport. Gati means the destination where we want to go, but the ultimate goal is Krishna. Although people do not know it, one does not know Krishna is misled, and his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance, strict respective methods, they reach different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. But all such lokas or planets, being creations of Krishna, are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. Such planets, being manifestations of Krishna's energy, are also Krishna, but actually they serve only as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase, step by step? Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna, being situated in everyone's heart, is the supreme witness. The residences, countries, or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter, and therefore one should take shelter of Krishna, either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity. And since Krishna is the source of our generation or the supreme father, no one can be a better friend than Krishna, nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. Hare Krishna.
There is a word cha. Aditya, you are the question now. Where is the cha means Yajur. Atharva. Cha means Atharva there. That is why it is included with the Yajur. Cha. Yajur, cha. Cha means Atharva is also included. So Rig is generally in the regular syllabus. Regular meters are there. Sama means which is sung. Yajur is not sung. Again, it has it is having irregular syllabus. Rig Veda has regular syllabus. That is why generally these three are considered, because one is with meter, one is without meter, one is which is sung. Sama is which is sung. Okay. Next. Tapamyaham aham varsham nighृणाम्य उत्सृजामि च amritam chaiva mrityuscha sadasatchaham arjuna tapamyaham aham varsham nighृणाम्य उत्सृजामि च Amrutam chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham Arjuna. So I am the heat, tapami. I am the heat, varshami. I am the rain, varsham. Nigruhani. Nigruhani. 1 second. Okay. Okay, then I am withhold, utsrujami, send forth. Then I am amrutam. I am that immortality. Cha eva mrityuscha. I am death. Sat, I am spirit. Matter, asat. So I am withhold and send forth the rain. Sometimes Krishna holds it. Sometimes Krishna sends it. So Krishna says, I am everything. If you see rains, think that I am that. See me in that. Sometimes it's so hot, so hot. Why we are frustrated? Nowadays, people go to Vrindavan to have some bungalows there or a place there. And when it is hot, they come to Bombay. They are not able to see Krishna. And that too in Vrindavan. They adjust Vrindavan according to their temperature. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami did not run away from Vrindavan. That is why the Asuric Pravritti is trying to purchase a land in Vrindavan with the material money what we have. There is no consciousness. If this type of attitude is there, one of the Babaji was telling, the Vrindavan will be full of asuras, not with the devotees. Devotees are one who should support the Vrajavasis from far, not try to buy a bungalow or a room in Vrindavan, because we are not qualified to be in Vrindavan. So we cannot stay without AC. Vrindavan, heat is too much. Cold is also too much. Real Vrajavasis, they don't leave Vrindavan and come. They stay in Vrindavan in all type of atmosphere. They are only Krishna conscious, always waiting for Krishna. They have the faith Krishna will come. For them, everything is Srimati Radharani. We don't have that consciousness. So better is, from far we can help. We can go to Vrindavan for some darshan, that too with the devotees for some yatras. But don't try to purchase land in Vrindavan. Don't try to purchase any flat in Vrindavan. Because we are not qualified to stay in Vrindavan. Simple. So Krishna very clearly says, I am everything. I am that heat. We are not able to bear the heat. Krishna says, I am that. I am rain. I can withhold. I can send forth. I am that Amritam. I am that moksha. I am that death. I am matter. I am spirit. Everything is me. Who sees Krishna in everything? For him, Krishna is not lost even for a fraction of a second. Okay, Mayur Prabhuji, read.
Tapamya aham tatamyah maham varsham nigruhnami utsarjami cha amrutam chaiva mrityuscha sadasacharham Arjuna. O Arjuna, meaning, O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Purpose. Krishna, by his different energies, diffuses heat and light through the agency of electricity and the sun. During the summer season, it is Krishna who checks rain from falling from the sky. And then during the rainy season, he gives unceasing torrents of rain. The energy which sustains us by prolonging the duration of our life is Krishna. And Krishna meets us at the end as death. By analyzing all these different energies of Krishna, one can ascertain that for Krishna there is no distinction between matter and spirit. or in other words, he is both matter and spirit. In the advanced stage of Krishna consciousness, one therefore makes no such distinctions. He sees only Krishna in everything. Since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universal form comprising all material manifestations is also Krishna. And his pastimes in Vrindavana as 200 Shamasundara playing on a flute are those of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
वैविध्यमां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैष्ट्वा स्वर्गति प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान् त्रैविद्यमां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान् त्रैविद्यः. Some people call themselves as the knowers of the Vedas. Very good, wonderful. And Krishna says, Soma Papa. They are drinkers of Soma juice also. They are purified of the sins with the sacrifices. They are trying to worship me. Swagatam. They go to the heaven. Then Pratyayanti, they pray for. They attain pious lokas. They attain sometimes Indraloka also. Ashnanti, they enjoy Divyan celestial heaven. Deva Bhogan, the pleasures of the God. So how they are worshipping me? Indirectly. Srila Prabhupada very clearly writes here. They are actually worshipping Krishna indirectly. Because they are more interested in getting all these things. They want to purify the sinful reactions. When they take birth in the pious heavenly planets, they enjoy the godly gifts, godly delights, all these things. So they are studying the Vedas, but they are worshipping Krishna indirectly. Because Vedas are given by Lord. There are Brahmanas who recite the Vedic mantras very nicely. We should immediately understand why we respect Brahmanas. They are actually indirectly worshipping Krishna. Because Vedas are given by Krishna. You cannot reject Brahmanas. Vedas are the knowledge which is given by Krishna. If somebody is very expert in chanting the Vedic mantras, immediately you should have respect for him in the mind. Why? Because he is worshipping Krishna, maybe not directly, indirectly. Somebody is worshipping Krishna directly by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Doing the deity worship, direct worship. Somebody is worshipping Krishna indirectly by chanting the Vedic mantras. What is the problem? Any problem is there? For Krishna, there is no problem. Krishna says, no problem. You worship me indirectly. You will get somaras, you will get everything. You will get heavenly planets. Krishna is awarding. What is our problem? So we don't have any rights to criticize anyone. Because we have got direct worship, understand, we are very fortunate. Because of the mercy of our acharyas. That doesn't mean that we have to criticize someone. Vedas are the knowledge given by Krishna. Somebody should not be allergic to the word Vedas. Oh, you have Vedic knowledge. So what happens? Is Vedic, no? It's not non-Vedic. Is Vedic. There are people who follow non-Vedic culture. The supremacy of Lord is rejected. So in this way, actually, everything belongs to Krishna. Some accept him, some don't accept him. One who follows Vedas, accept him. One who don't follow Vedas, they don't accept him. Okay. Okay, who will read? Geeta Mataji, you read.
Hare Krishna. त्रैविद्यमां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्टा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान् Translation: those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Purport: the word Trivitya refers to the three Vedas, Sama, Yajur, and Rig. A Brahmana who has studied these three Vedas is called a Trivedi. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these three Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many great scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. Therefore, Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal for the Trivedis. Actual Trivedis take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to satisfy the Lord. Devotional service begins with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and side by side trying to understand Krishna in truth. Unfortunately, those who are simply official students of the Vedas become more interested in offering sacrifices to the different demigods like Indra and Chandra. By such endeavor, the worshippers of different demigods are certainly purified of the contamination of the lower qualities of nature and are thereby elevated to the higher planetary systems or heavenly planets known as Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, etc. Once situated on those higher planetary systems, one can satisfy his senses hundreds of thousands of times better than on this planet. Hare Krishna.
So, after studying the Vedas, if a person doesn't understand the conclusion of the Vedas, then his knowledge is not that he is not attained the perfection in the knowledge. That is why he has to roam in these planetary systems. So, the purpose of studying Veda is to know Krishna. And the purpose of worshipping Durga Ji is to know her connection with Krishna. She's Sahodri. You don't do that, then there are agamas, Shakta agamas. The Shakta agamas very clearly says how to worship Durga Ji. So there are people who call themselves as smartas. So these smartas, they only consider Durga Ji, energy. They don't want energetic. So that is why they have to roam in this material world, birth and death cycle. But who sees Durga Ji in connection with Krishna? Srishti, Siti, Pralaya, Sadhana, Shakti, Rekha, Chhaya, Vayasa, Bhuvanani, Vibharti, Durga. If they don't know this, that she is the Chaya potency of the internal potency of Krishna, and she can appear as Yogamaya, she can appear as Mahamaya. When she appears as Yogamaya, she is Subhadra, Purnamasi, and the Shrota of Yogamaya is Srimati Radharani. And same Chaya potency slip when caught by Kamsa was actually Mahamaya. Because Mahamaya bewilders the conditioned souls. When the person knows this, then he is a Vaishnava. What is the work of a Vaishnava? To see everything in connection with Krishna. What is the work of a Smarta? To see everything separately from Krishna. Especially the demigods. They think that the demigods are separate from Krishna. No. You cannot separate the demigods from Krishna. So Vedas speak about the different worships. Worship to the demigods, different types of worship. But that different types of worship is to fulfill our desires. But what is the ultimate purpose of fulfilling the desire? To get again free from these desires. That is moksha. And then attain the panchama purushartha, bhakti. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma is rituals. Artha means you should have the capacity or samarthya to perform the rituals. But then kama means to fulfill our desires. Ultimately, one has to come out of this also. Then attain moksha. Moksha means freedom. Freedom from all these materialistic desires and get situated in one's own constitutional position. And that is service to Krishna. And that is bhakti. That is why Pancham Purushartha means bhakti, understanding our position. Okay, what happens to the person who studies the Vedas and who is interested more in going to the Swargaloka? Tetam bhuktva Swargalokam vishalam shine punye martya lokam vishanti evam traida maimanu prapanna evam trai dharmam evam trai dharmam anuprapanna. Why one meter is breaking? Evam trai dharmam anuprapanna. Gata gatam kama kama labhante. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. Shine punye martya lokam vishanti. Evam trai dharmam anuprapanna evam trai dharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama kama labhante. Krishna says, after going to Swargaloka, then Shine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. He will come back to this mortal earth. Evam Trai Dharmam. These three Vedas. Anuprapanna. Even after following these three Vedas, Gatagatam, they are going to go in this birth and death cycle. Kama. Why they have desire for sense enjoyment. Labhanti. That is how you see when the Vedic rituals is done, they will say you will get this award, you will get that award, you worship Durga Ji, you will get a lot of money, your business will be successful. So we are also having yajna. The first thing what I told is, if you are getting that, now use it in Krishna service. If you are getting artha, use it in Krishna service. If you are getting some good business, use it in Krishna service. There is no problem of asking, but ask for Krishna. If you are not asking for Krishna, then what happens? You are again rotting in this material world. Birth and death cycle. So that is why it's very much important to even teach the Brahmanas. Brahmanas, if they understand the Vedic Brahmanas, the Vedic who are doing it's very important to make them even aware. That is why the Vaishnava philosophy is to be taught to even the Brahmanas. So then what happens? He is a Vaishnava Brahman. So he knows why is he performing the yajna. If that knowledge is there, yes, the Supreme is Krishna, I should do it for Krishna, then that Brahmana is actually teaching in a proper way. It's very important. Our Brahmana in the temple, he hears a class. He was hearing yesterday, whole Durga Ji, he was hearing, sitting and hearing. He was sitting outside and hearing the whole thing. So what is the purpose of doing everything? Not just because I want to grow in my business, I want to have a lot of wealth, lot of prosperity. No, the purpose is I want to serve Krishna in whatever best capacity my Lord gives me. Okay. Okay. Pushpa Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna. Te tvam bhukva swargalokam vishalam shine punye martya lokam vishanti evam trai dharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama kama labhante. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the result of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. One who is promoted to the higher planetary systems enjoys a longer duration of life and better facilities for sense enjoyment, yet one is not allowed to stay there forever. one is again sent back to this earth upon finishing the resultant fruits of pious activities. He who has not attained perfection of knowledge, as indicated in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadi Asya Yataha, or in other words, he who fails to understand Krishna, the cause of all causes, becomes baffled about achieving the ultimate goal of life and is thus subjected to the routine of being promoted to the higher planets and then again coming down as if situated on a Ferris wheel, which sometimes goes up and sometimes comes down. The purport is that instead of being elevated to the spiritual world, from which there is no longer any possibility of coming down, one simply revolves in the cycle of birth and death on a higher and lower planetary systems. One should better take to the spiritual world to enjoy an eternal life full of bliss and knowledge and never return to this miserable material existence. Hare Krishna.
So now, these Vedas they are studying why? So that they want some material benefit. They study the Vedas, they follow the Vedic rituals to get the benefit. But when it comes to devotees, Krishna says, I personally protect them. They don't have to think much. So let us see. Ananya Shintayanto Mam Yejana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Devotees have not to worry for all these things. Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Krishna knows how to connect the devotees with him, and Krishna knows how to protect the devotees or prevent the devotees from separating from him. What more we want? If we are just Yogakshemam Vahami, Ananyashchintayanto Mam, always think of him. Always think of him. When we are serving the temple, understand we are serving the Lordship. And to have the temple, naturally, you have lot of expenses. To maintain your house, how many expenses you have to do? Just 2-3 people eating. You see how much we are working hard. Is there a tree in the temple which is giving dal rice? But so many people come, so many devotees come, they honor the prasadam from where the temple gets money. So that is why a lot of yukti has to be done. Somehow, oh Lord, you just give me the strength to protect the devotional service. If we are protecting our devotional service through the temple, actually we are protecting many people's devotional service, isn't it? It is known as yoga. Kshemam means preventing someone to be away from temple. So that is why it is said, when you have an earning, Rupa Goswami says 50% should go for propagation of Krishna consciousness. You say, how can I give 50%? It goes in tax and all. Then Rupa Goswami says at least 25%. It's brought down the figure to 10%. But still we are not able to do that. Whatever we earn, 50%. Advanced devotees are those who give 50% for the propagation of Krishna consciousness. Just imagine every devotee does this. And there is no shortage of any funds in any temple. Then we can propagate Krishna consciousness very nicely. Okay, at least 25, at least 10, not even that, at least 5%, not even that, at least 1%. When we take one food in the mouth, understand one thing, Krishna is giving us every month. Then it's our duty to give it to Krishna. When you give it to the temple, actually so many are fed, so many are connected. It is prasadam which attracts everyone. It is the vyavastha which attracts everyone. You have vyavastha, you have proper place of sitting, then you can connect so many to Krishna. So Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, always think about it. All the time chant and all the time think about new ways of maintenance of temple. When you say maintenance of temple, means maintenance of the devotees. The temple is made up of devotees. It is not maintaining the temple, is not jhadu pocha. It is there. But when you say temple maintenance, means maintaining the devotees to come to the temple and also increasing the devotees. And for that, vyavastha should be there or not? Rice, dal, everything should be in full. Maintenance of the temple, maintenance of then Lord's dresses. Lord should be dressed nicely. People come for neophytes. What is everything? Oh, looking at Lord is everything. So at least for that he will come. come to take darshan. So one has to take anxiety. He should not take rest. Generally, we think we should take rest. He should always be in anxiety to maintain the temper. If you take anxiety for this, understand your life's anxiety is taken by Krishna. Then Krishna says, Tesham Nityabhyuktanam, you're connected to me, you're always thinking about me and my devotees, then Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Yoga means I'll connect, I'll always keep you connected, and I will prevent you from going anywhere separate from me. Kshemam. I'll always keep you connected, and I will protect you from not forgetting me. That is what devotee wants. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. So this is very important line. Yogakshemam Vahamyam. These LIC people have stolen. Once I went for fundraising, the first program here, Hare Krishna big festival. When I was, not many devotees were there, 4 or 5. How much we can contribute? Okay, 50,000, 1 lakh each. But we wanted practically 8 to 9 lakh funds, and we were not knowing whom to ask. So we went to every shop. I went to LIC office. I got hardly 2 families. One family, we both used to go together. So we went to an LIC. The LIC person, I told you, see, you have to give. He told, this is not the way you're asking. I said, you have to give. He said, you're asking donation or asking hafta? I said, hafta. He said, why? You have taken our words, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. How dare you take our words? What are you protecting and what are you preventing? What are you what are you giving and what are you protecting? He said, how you are talking like this? I said, I don't know. You have to give. Then he gave me 10,000 rupees. That time 10,000 was like 20,000. He said, so bold in speaking. I said, yes, you have stolen our words. So then he was very happy. So just go and ask money now. You don't have any work, go and ask money with everybody. Every month you need donation. It is not just festival. Every month, and especially where Gurukul is there, boys are there, children are there. Every month there is a lot of expenses. Go talk to everyone. Every temple needs lot of funds. If every devotee takes this on the head, then understand you're taking the pressure of Krishna, then Krishna takes, I take your pressure. I take your pressure of your life. I protect you. So take anxiety for Krishna. We take so many anxieties for our life, not necessary. Just take anxiety for Krishna, that is enough. That is enough to protect us in devotional service. Okay, this is a very important one. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Always think of Krishna. When you say think of Krishna, what do you sit like this and think of Krishna? Think of the different plans. How to make a person devotee. How to connect somebody to Krishna. Like Aditya was saying, somebody asked maid servant to Aditya, I want a maid servant. He told Mataji, we'll try to give maid servant in this way, at least she'll be connected. So these are the different plans. I liked it. I was appreciating. I don't know, no, yeah, Aditya only who comes to the temple. I was just testing him. What is his reply? He said, Mataji, if we give maid servant, at least she will start coming to the temple. I said, true. So these are the ways actually, yuktis, different yuktis. Somebody will ask you maid servant. Somebody asks, somebody says, somebody is there about to take care of my child. You do something. First, become a friend. Be friendly to people. If you're friendly to people, people will like you and automatically they will be connected to the temple, to the mission, to what you are. If you just have a frowning face, dull-headed face, who will like to talk to you? So that is why devotee should always have a smiling face. First quality of a devotee. Give a nice smile to the people who are coming. Don't have a very depressed face. After seeing a depressed face, already people who come are in depression only. Why they are coming to temple? Artho jigyasu artharthi gyani cha bhartashabha. Hardly few gyanis come inside the temple. Artho in jigyasu or artharthi. Those who want money or those who are depressed. So already when they are in depression, they come to temple. Seeing your face, they will think, what is this? Where I have come? he'll go more in depression. That is why in temple, first have a nice welcoming face. Should welcome the devotee. Somebody welcomed us, na? That is why we are there. If they would have shown some frowning face, do you think we would have gone to the temple? No, somebody cared us. Somebody loved us. We used to be taken every week. Somebody had a car. We did not have car that time. So they used to take us to the temple. And they used to feed us prasadam. So somebody cared. Na? Somebody cared. That is why we have walked. Like that we should take care. We should take care of the devotees. Once we start taking care of the devotees, then understand this world can become full of devotees. It is very easy to transform people. Just give love. What people are not having in this world is love. People have money. Don't try to give money to anyone. Try to give love. Try to give care. Caring is the most important aspect in devotional service. And in this way, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, you are always thinking of Krishna and his devotees. Ye Janha Paryupasati. In this way, one is properly worshipping Krishna. Tesham Nityabhyuktanam, you are always connected. Then Yogakshema Mahamya. Understand your devotion is protected and Krishna will not allow you to separate you from him. Okay? Separate one from him. I preserve what they have. Yes, Krishna preserves the devotion. Krishna gives what they lack. So Krishna gives more devotion and Krishna preserves the devotion. And so Krishna takes care of the devotees. At every circumstances, Krishna cares the devotees. Krishna is there with the devotees. Have that faith. I may be lazy in chanting his holy name, but I have chanted at least one time. Then Krishna never forgets. Just imagine when we are not doing anything, still Krishna is protecting. And if we do more, then so chant the holy name nicely. That is more important. Always think of Krishna. Krishna is protecting us in every circumstances. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Okay. Who will read? Hari Chaitanya Prabhu read. Today the class is full, huh? First time the
Hare
class
Krishna
is
Mataji.
full. No one is absent. Very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry
Read.
Mataji, I'm out of station now,
Saura
Mataji.
Prabhu read. Saura Prabhu read. Let the class be full like this. Many times there are only 10 devotees or something. But anyhow, who are all absent, none of you are going to get certificate. Huh? You can you have to attend again this unit because many of you were not there in this unit. So don't think that you have attended, so I'm going to give you certificates. At least I will give, but Bindu will not give you. She's marking everybody's presentance. Okay. You know, once I got full marks, 100 out of 100, nectar of devotion. But I had Bhagavad Katha, so I had to take off. So I was not given certificate just because this was not full. So I had to do again. So just because I went to Bhagavad Katha, I was taking Bhagavad Katha. There were 3 Bhagavad Kathas continuous, but I got full marks. So one of the most important aspect in Bhakti Shastri certificate, your presentance also. So it is all giving in notice. Okay, who is going to read? Saurabh Prabhu?
Mataji, I'm traveling. I don't have the...
Traveling. Priyanka Mishra? Okay. You keep your videos off. Then I understand that you are not attending the class. You're just showing your presence. No problem, sir.
Mataji, I'll read.
Read. Keep your videos on now. What I'll come to know. You're sleeping or what you're doing.
I'm awake.
Read.
Ananyaschinto yanto mam
Ye jana paripasate.
ye jana paripasate tesham
Tesham nityabhyuktanam.
nityabhiyuktanam yoga kesam
Kesham or what?
yogam semam. No.
Yoga kshemam.
Yoga kshenam. Shemam.
You
Yoga
say
kshemam.
Kesham. The whole meaning is
LIC people
Yogakshemam.
Yogakshemam
Vahamyam.
Vahamyaham.
Mm.
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering praise, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self-realization, so that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. But the mercy of Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Kesma Sema refers to the merciful protection of
What
Lord.
was Shemam? Shemam.
Semam. Shemam refers to the merciful protection of Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna consciousness, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable, conditioned life.
Okay. Next. ये पन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ति श्रद्धयान्विता तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्या विधिपूर्वकम्. Very important verse. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य विधिपूर्वकम्. अविधिपूर्वकम्. The people who worship Anya Devatas, and when they worship them with faith, they are actually worshipping me. But this is how Vidhi Purvakam. Why? They are not seeing the Devatas in connection with me, but they are actually worshipping me. That means it is I who give everything. It is not the Devatas. Devatas, they don't have any qualification also, any rights also. They cannot give anything without sanction of Krishna. On their own, they cannot do anything. So actually, they are worshipping Krishna, but it is avidhi purvakam. That means asking anything to devatas is actually foolishness. You ask bhakti, there is not a problem. That's why I tell, oh Shakti, give me bhakti. Can do that. So I can do that. You want to worship Durga ji, worship. Worship Vaishnavi, worship Durga ji. Ask bhakti, no? Bhakti means it's only for Krishna. Because worshippers of Durga are more than the worshippers of Krishna. And Krishna only has given such benediction. What to do? So she is the first preacher of Krishna consciousness. She heralded to the whole world about Krishna, that Krishna has appeared. She has told to Kamsa in this way, she has told to the whole world about Krishna. So she has got this benediction that you will be known in different names. So, but then how to worship? What to ask? So better ask bhakti to the devatas. They are ready to give it. They are ready to take a person in connection with Krishna. Any other thing, if you ask, avidhi purvakam. Okay. Aditya, read.
Hare Krishna. येऽप्य अन्य देवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य अविधिपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Purport. Persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent, although such worship is offered to me indirectly. Krishna says, for example, when a man pours waters on the leaves and branches of a tree without pouring water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. Similarly, the process of rendering service to the different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. The demigods are, so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the laws made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as avidhi purvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods. Hare Krishna.
So better go to the boss, na? Why go to the officers, subordinates and all? They can take you to God. They can take you to the officer. If you go and ask them only what they can give, until this permission is there from the boss, even the subordinates cannot do anything. Devatas are subordinate to the Supreme. They cannot give without the permission of Lord. So better is ask them, if somebody is worshipping a demigod, ask Krishna, please give Krishna to me. Please take me to Krishna. That one can do easily. Okay. So make every ritual spiritual. Don't make spiritual a ritual. What did I say? Make every ritual into spiritual. Don't make spiritual as a ritual. Oh, I have to chant 16 rounds. After that, keep it silent. I will not afterwards think about Krishna. No, think about Krishna. I'm always. Not just making it as a ritual. Somehow, 2 hours over. After that, completely forgot? No. Every second, remember Krishna. That's why don't make spiritual a ritual, but make every ritual into spiritual. Okay. Any doubts?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Just an observation, I don't know if it is correct or not, but there is a lot of similarity between chapter 7 and chapter 9. Is there a lot of similarity between chapter 7 and 9? Because I think the opulence of Krishna was also described in 7. And also
this is Mahattama. There is Mahattara. This is Mahattama. Guhyattama. There's a similarity is there, but this is in a very more intense way, or this gravity is more. Your Mata, Dhata, everything has come. Your grandfather also, I am that grandfather. I am your ancestor. I am the oblation. I am everything, Krishna says. So in the Pitru Paksha, we are offering the Shraddha. At the time I gave the class, small class. Shraddha, Shabda, Vishwas, Eke, Suguru, Nishya. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. You give Krishna prasadam to everyone. Offer to Krishna, give to the Pitrus. So devotee, if he is sincerely worshipping Krishna, give everything to Krishna, tan, man, dhan to Krishna, then for him, he doesn't have to worry. He is not rini to anyone. Okay. We'll stop here. This week, we'll try to complete 9th chapter. Some of 3 chapters we have to complete before November. So I may take morning classes also, because now once Kartik comes, lot of Bhagavad Kathas are there. Evening class impossible, morning class only I can take. So try to adjust in your office hours, keep it in your ears, do something. We can have it 7 to 8 before you go to office. Okay? And